Okay, let's go have fun. Let's go. Pressure on the ball.
This is Utah Tech Basketball and the John Judkins Coaches Show, presented by Red Rock NIL, empowering student athletes through local businesses.
Enjoy the win. Enjoy the win. Okay, good job. Good job.
And hi there, everybody. Welcome to John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zundel here, along with the coach, John Juddy. Coach, last week you only had one game against the defending champs, Grand Canyon. They were in town. They were getting hot. They had won 3 straight games by 15 or more points. They came in second in the Western Athletic Conference, and it was a good challenge for you guys. You're trying to snap a 2-game losing streak after going out on the road and starting off 2-0 in the WAC. So it was a good challenge. You got down, but you fought back, and that's what you have to like.
Yeah, I did. I like that a lot. I think Grand Canyon's good, and they were picked to win our conference. They have the Player of the Year, preseason Player of the Year picked on their team. So we knew it was going to be a battle. Again, the crowd was great. Yeah. We appreciate all the people who came. At that home court advantage. You got to win your home games in the WAC, and then you have to split at least on the road if you want a chance to win the WAC. So I know they were talking about it. Well, they haven't done very good in Utah. They lost to Utah Valley. Southern Utah played them pretty good the night before, or Thursday before they played us, and so. But again, I thought we did something. We just didn't shoot it really well. Yeah. Give them a lot of credit. They got into us, got aggressive. We had some pretty good looks early and missed. And they're really athletic. They're one of the most athletic teams in our conference. So they got that lead on us, like you said, right before half. We were hoping that 3 would have counted before half. It did it, going down 13 and a half. And then the way we came out the second half and we fought, I challenged them to cut it each time out, cut it, and they did, and we finished strong. We just came up short.
Yeah. So, all right, now you get ready to head out on the Texas two-step. Tarleton State on Thursday at 6 o'clock Utah time, and then Saturday afternoon against UT Arlington. And you beat both of those guys in the first 2 conference games here at home. But before we talk about them, one game last week, you had a full week of practice. What did you want to get accomplished, and did you with a full week of practice? Because you don't get that very often.
No, we don't. You don't get that all. First of all, we were trying to get healthy. When you have that one game, it's kind of nice to try to get guys healthy, maybe take a day off here and there. That we did. I just didn't see the energy that we normally bring, especially at a home game. They kind of had more energy than we did, and they played on Thursday night. So that was one thing I wasn't too happy with, but. We have one more of those. I think we play Abilene Christian.
Yeah,
kind
you
of
got
the
one more game.
Same thing like that, a single game. It's kind of weird. You kind of get used to playing 2, then all of a sudden you play overall. This is the toughest time, Rod, to play. Yeah. January is always the toughest. February, everybody kind of gets excited a little bit more about the tournament and all that. So we got to buckle down. And this week has been really good. These guys have come together. Our captains, our team have come together to have good team meetings. The energy has been really good this week. And so hopefully that pays off for this long road trip.
And the standings are bunched up. You got Utah Valley that's undefeated. They're number 1, Grand Canyon number 2. Then you've got Cal Baptist, Seattle, Tarleton, and you guys right there. And you're going to play those guys this week. So it's another crucial week. I guess you could say every week is crucial now between now and March.
No, everyone is. But you're right. Utah Valley and Grand Canyon have kind of pushed out of the WAC, being undefeated, only losing 1. Everybody else is kind of really close. So anything can happen. We start. We kind of, hey, let's make our run right now, go on this road, and we know we can play at them. We beat them earlier in the year, but playing at their place is different. Yeah. 1, it's loud. We've been doing a lot of stuff to prepare for that. And then 2, officiating, they really let you play. It's very, very physical. Yeah. So we have to be able to adjust to that and not realize, don't hope for fouls. We got to make them call the fouls, be more aggressive and stronger.
All right, let's go back to last Saturday night in Burns Arena. You've always played Grand Canyon pretty well. Last year you had a double-digit lead on them and couldn't hang on. But slow start shooting-wise in the first half. But Beon Riley, boy, he was a stud.
Yeah, he's been playing well on the offensive end. Defensively, we got to get him to do some things, but I really like how he's being aggressive. Yeah. I thought Pobley had one of his better games. Yeah, only had 8 minutes, but he had 4 points, but he was playing really hard. Kind of ran out of gas. Some of our guys that don't play a lot kind of got really tired, but I thought he played well. And then again, here's a great passing right here. Extra pass. TC gives it up, and we get a dunk out of it by Madiba. His dad came in. It's his birthday today, and his dad came in and surprised him on a game, so it's kind of cool. There's a good move by TC, strong. I thought he got fouled, but again, no call. But again, he went strong to the glass, being aggressive, which you like. Here's JB, good job kicking, getting off two. We said we got to get to the paint. Every time we got to the paint, good things happened, kickouts or fouls or layups. And so we kind of, second half, we started to play the way we know how to play. First half was kind of a blur. There's a great drive by JB, just getting to the hole, scoring it. And then there's Pavle again, just stay with it, faking, stay with his shot.
You need him. He's a big body.
He's a big body, strong, he's physical. Those are the kind of things that we need. And we're trying to get more of this, pushing the ball up and get some easy threes. And there's Yu hitting a wide open three. We're trying to get him to run a little bit. We don't want to get in a running match, but I think it's hard for guys to match up when you run and get some easy threes. And Noah's got to do that more because guys are locking in on Noah, where if we can get him out in the open break, it's going to be better. So again, here's one of our offensive plays. Good read right there by Akeem. Get the big to engage the big is what we call it, and he did that. And there's another great kick out for a wide open three.
Close to the paint, kicked out again.
Yeah, every
like
time
every
time we got to the paint, good things happen. There's almost another one right there, really close.
Yeah.
Stone shot fakes. And it's a wide open. That was TC, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was TC.
That was TC right in front of the bench. TC's been in the gym shooting a lot. He's really, we see him coming in shooting. He's improving his outside shot. We know he can drive. We know he can dunk. We know he can rebound. But he's trying to get that all-around game. It's good to see that. But I still want him to continue to drive because he's so good at that.
Yeah, Bird had 11 points. Owana off the bench, 8 points, 4 assists. Pavle, 4 points, 4 rebounds in 9 minutes.
Yeah, he didn't play a ton, but he gave us those minutes that we needed.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think we got to do a better job with is getting our bench in quicker. But, maybe it might be a 2 or 3 minute stretch, but just trying to keep everybody kind of healthy, keep everybody not winded, not tired, because it's like I said, it's a long season.
Beyond Riley, 6th double-double of the season, 19 points, 11 rebounds, and after shooting nearly 59% at Utah Valley the Saturday before, 37% on Saturday against Grand Canyon, 28 in the first half, but you came back 45% in the second half, and that's probably because you had a lot of penetration, a lot of drives, and got open looks.
That we adjusted. We adjusted the second half and did that, but we've kind of done that. We did that with UT Arlington. First game that we played them here, we shot the ball really well, and then the next game we didn't shoot it as well. So we got to kind of get that in. But we're shooting good shots, Rod, and that's what we're trying to get out of them. Hey, they're going to fall. Yeah. Just keep shooting them. But if we're shooting good shots, we'll take that. We're getting good looks. Our problem is if we're shooting 38 or 28% and we're forcing stuff, that's a whole different topic. But we're getting good shots. We just got to make them.
I like to bring up stats, and on paper, your stats have been really good. Sometimes stats do lie, I guess. You out-rebounded Lopes by 2.
That was big.
They're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the WAC, top 35 in the nation. You beat them on the offensive board 17-5. You beat them in second chance points by 7 and fast break points by 5. If we'd have told you those stats were in your favor before the game, you said, okay, we win this game, right?
You think we got a chance. The rebounding is a big part. That was one thing we really picked on all week long, and to out-rebound. Only give up those many rebounds offensively we did. The only thing with us was they didn't miss very many shots either.
They shot 58%.
Yeah, they shot pretty good. But again, I thought our guys were blocking off. And again, if they go in, they go in. But we did a lot better job of rebounding. And that's something that we focused on at the Utah Valley game. We lost that one, I felt, second half because of giving up offensive rebounds. So they're catching that. They're seeing the film. We're improving, and we're working on the things that we need to work on. And that's all I could ask for these guys, and they're doing it.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're good, it kind of hurts you. When you're really good, it really hurts you. Noah Gonzalez is finding that out because he's, the best three-point shooter in Utah Tech history. He didn't have a three for the first time in 32 games. They're really focusing on him, and when they take him out, other people have got to step up. A couple of games you've been able to do that, and you win.
Yeah. No, Noah's got to know that they're going to get into him, and they're going to trail everything, and we talked to him about him being almost like a screener sometimes because it's going to be a double screen wherever he goes, and get somebody else open like you said, but we're trying to get him on the break a little bit more running because again the guy can't match up to him as fast. But we walk it up the court, the guy gets into him, and we got to get Noah scoring and getting those 3-point shots because that's his game. He's really good at that, and but they did a good job. But we got to do a better job screening. And getting him open or getting him to have guys double team him and get that advantage, and then other guys step up. But you're right. That's I guarantee that's one of teams' game plans is to get him off the three-point line. He's got to understand that.
And you know what that's like, being back in the day, being a great offensive and score, a threat that everybody tried to stop you. You know what that's like, right?
Yeah, you just got to do other things. You do other things. You screen, you pass, you get to the foul line, you rebound. There's stuff like that you can do besides just shooting the ball.
Yeah.
And he's getting it, but back in our day, we used to do a lot more box and ones and triangle twos. You don't do that as much now. They just lock in and say, hey, guard him, and that's kind of how they're doing it. But he'll be there. He'll figure it out. We show him a lot of film and a lot of things that he can do better, setting his guy up better and getting him leaning one way or the other, and he'll get it.
And the reason that I bring that up about you, because if you didn't know, you're one of only 2 Utah State Aggies to have a triple-double in the history of Utah State. There you go.
There you go.
All right. Okay. You blushing?
No.
Okay, all right. Hey, we're going to take a break. When the John Judkins Coaches Show comes back, Tennessee Rainwater.
He's in the house.
He's in the house. We're going to talk about his talent on the floor and off.
Oh, there you go.
That's when the John Judkins Show comes back.
D.R. Horton is America's largest home builder, but with a local heart. Nestled just west of the Sand Hollow Recreation Area is a 600-acre master planned community with beautifully designed single-family homes, cottages, and townhomes called Long Valley. Visit us at drhorton.com and join us in continuing the American dream of home ownership and build your next home with D.R. Horton, America's builder.
Experience the magic of southern Utah from the sky and the ground at Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons. They take you on breathtaking journeys across the stunning landscapes of St. George, Hurricane, and beyond. But why just visit when you can live here? Priority First Real Estate is dedicated to helping you find your dream home. Together, they bring you closer to the community, closer to nature, closer to home. Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons and Priority First Real Estate, where adventure meets home.
Hey there, sports fans. Ready to take a timeout from the sidelines and jump into the action? St. George Regional Airport has you covered. Score big with convenient flights that take you from our Red Rocks to destinations around the globe. Whether it's the bright lights of LA or an exotic getaway across the Pacific, your adventure starts right here at home. When you're planning that epic getaway, St. George Regional Airport is your home field advantage.
Who would have known? Tennessee Rainwater. Talent on the floor and off. Tennessee Rainwater joins us now. That was you on the drums when we were in Seattle nearly 2 weeks ago. Your father and family has a church there, the Vine Christian Ministries, and you played there growing up, and you gave us a little concert with you and your pops.
Yep, so I just grew up playing the drums in church. Our drummer was sick one day, and my pops asked me if I could play. I was about 5 years old, and so ever since then, I've just been banging on the drums.
Didn't know you had such a talented guy off the floor, did you, Coach?
Oh, 5 years old, just jumping in there and go. I imagine that'd be fun. So.
Your dad said you were a ham, and he kind of was. Your drumstick broke, and you still kind of went on.
Yeah, I had to pick a new one up and keep going. So.
That's great. Tennessee Rainwater, sophomore, grew up just outside of Seattle. All right, just talk about where you guys are at right now, the mood of this team. Started off the conference schedule 2-0, lost 3 in a row. Now you got a chance to go on the road and start feeling a lot better about yourself, because the road is a tough place to win. And if you can go there and get 2 in Texas, that's huge.
Yeah, these last 3 games haven't been exactly what we want them to be, but I really like this team. We're really close, and all the guys get along really well. And like Coach said, we've had a great week at practice, and I think we're really going to lock in here and put our heads down and work hard to try to stack up some wins here. And just, even if it's a split, hopefully 2 wins, but just trying to stack wins here.
And Coach, what about Tennessee's game when he came here last year as a freshman to right now? What do you like about his improvement?
He's been a little bit more patient when he first got here. He came from his high school team. He was the guy. He was there. They won state, first time ever in school history, right? He did everything. He was a player of the year and all that. So, he had to do a lot of stuff. So when you come to a college thing, it's more of they're players like him, that are all-stars or that are best players on their team. So just being patient with what he has. He has a lot of talent, a lot of athleticism. He jumps well. He runs well. He's quick. He's a tough defender. So the main thing with us was just trying to slow him down, let him be patient, let it come to him. And he's done that, you know, and he really did that last year. Right at the end of last year, we saw a big improvement. And then he came back ready to go, and then he had that injury with his knee, and it kind of took him a while to get back and go with it. But now he's starting to get that groove again, just like he did last year. And so he's going to be a big part of our run right here at the end of the season.
And Tennessee, how many times you get asked about your name, Tennessee Rainwater? I know everybody asks me everywhere we go on the road. What's this about Tennessee Rainwater? So you know what? Get it out there again. I know you say it all the time.
What do they want you to tell?
But one more time, tell us about your name, the origins of it, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, Tennessee means mighty warrior in Cherokee. It comes from my dad's side, and the Rainwater is also Cherokee too. So comes from descendant from the Cherokee tribe, and that's where I get my name from and stuff. But just a super small percentage, but the name's inspired from there and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And you get that all the time, right? But it's kind of a pride thing. You say, you know what, this is my name, I'm proud of it, and this is why why I'm named that way.
Yep, exactly. And I know you've been doing some cool little chants with the Rainwater. Every time you get a bucket, let it fly or
let it rain the other night.
Yeah. So
Well, that's kind of a dumb one, but it fits. So, all right, just tell us a little bit about where you came from outside of Seattle. Tell us about your family life and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I was born in Seattle, but right before high school, I moved out to a small town called Davenport. It's about 5 hours outside of Seattle, on the eastern side of Washington, and so. Grew up there. It was a big change of scenery, but I was on a really good AAU team and got some exposure out there and was able to play and get recruited by this guy. You know?
Yeah. And what did you like about him?
Again, same thing we just talked about. I mean, he just was tough. He was aggressive. He was just laid out. I mean, he plays so hard. You know, and that's one thing I love about him, but also trying to slow him down a little bit because he plays so intense. I love it. Yeah. But I love that more than a guy that I have to push to play hard. You know what I mean? He goes. He's got a great motor. You know, when I saw him in the AAU stuff, I mean, he was just diving for balls, and that's the kind of guy we need. We need a guy that's tough, that can just plays extremely. I mean, again, he's worked on his outside shot right there. Great shot fake, little step to the side, and, you know, and drills it. So he had a really good AAU team. We had a little point guard we liked, and then their big kid went to Virginia and played there. So, but one thing, real shout out really too at Seattle when we got there. His family lives 5 hours away from Seattle, and they drove 5 hours to feed us.
Yeah.
And we sat at their church, and we had their church members and all those fed our guys, and give a big shout out to them. That was really cool. We really appreciate that. Then they drove home and come back the next day for the game. It's unbelievable what they did.
Well, and now Grandma Linda, the cookie maker.
Yep.
She made the cookies. Yeah. You like the one with nuts. I love the
good.
thick chocolate chip ones. Yeah. You got to give a shout out to Grandma Linda.
For sure, I will.
She's awesome. And then you know, you got two little sisters.
I have two little sisters, one older sister.
Yeah,
so 3 sisters.
So we got to meet all those. Great family.
Yeah.
You know, they're proud of you, and we were proud to be there with you because that was a lot of fun. All right, now I asked him this question, Tennessee, from where you were last year to where you are right now. Can you see an improvement? Can you say, okay, I'm on the right track, and man, great things are going to come?
Yeah, I feel like Coach said, just slowing down and seeing the game from a different point of view now. And just really focusing on little things, not so much just scoring and stuff now. I'm really trying to focus on my defense and being in the right rotations and stuff like that. And so I think it's just kind of a maturity thing from last year to now.
Okay, so what do you want to do better? Say, okay, in order for me to be the player that I need to be so we can win here, what do you have to do and what do you need to improve on?
Just continue to keep working on my outside shot. It's been coming along real well, and so keep working on that and driving and finding open guys when I get to that lane. Like he said, our offense works really well when we can penetrate to the middle and kick it out, and so just working on that.
He does have great balance when he's up in the air and spins. For a tall dude, he's pretty good at that.
Yeah, he's talented,
Yeah, okay, so going back to your other talent off the floor, we saw you with the drums, but you can also play the piano and the organ, right?
Yeah, a little bit of keys,
A little bit of keys. Anything else?
Ukulele.
Really?
Yeah, that's about it.
Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, we got to get him. We got to get the ukulele out.
Put a little band together on the team or something.
Yeah, Pablo plays a little guitar.
Yeah, I know he does. Yeah.
No, it's fun to see these kind of things because a lot of people don't know that. You know, when we do those, and we used to play a game of tell something that people don't know about you. And there's some that no way people would have known that you played the band or played the ukulele or whatever. But pretty cool with the talent he has.
Yeah.
He learned he doesn't read music, right? You're telling me
don't?
he doesn't read. It's all by ear.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that's something special right there.
It is.
Do you have any musical people in your family?
Yeah, it's called the radio. That's the only instrument I play is the radio. No, I got a daughter. Janessa, my second. She's really into theater and singing, and she's really good too as well.
And so, I mean, growing up, the son of a pastor, right? I mean, you kind of have to.
Well, Grandpa was too as well.
Grandpa
right?
too. So you kind of grew up in that environment where music is a big part of your life.
Yep. I was a PK, and so I would always be at church early, so you wouldn't only just hear the music at church, you'd hear them warming up and practicing and stuff like that. So it was always behind the scenes, and that's how I just kind of got involved into
You said you
all
were
the
what?
music. A PK, pastor's kid.
Oh, well, that's what you got. See, I don't know all this young hip stuff like that. All right. There you go. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll look ahead to the Texas swing. Tarleton and Arlington coming up. That's when the John Judkins Coaches Show comes back.
Welcome to St. George Academy, home of the Dragon Slayers, where academic excellence meets individualized learning right here in Southern Utah. At St. George Academy, we believe in challenging our students with rigorous curriculum, preparing them for a demanding college experience and beyond. And it's all tuition-free. Our unique Pathway University program offers accelerated courses, allowing students to earn college credits in high school. Experience the St. George Academy difference, schedule your tour today, and join us on your educational journey.
Yesco is a proud partner of Trailblazer Sports Vision and Utah Tech Athletics. Yesco specializes in manufacture of custom electric signs and displays. From the smallest to the largest, Yesco can design, manufacture, install, and maintain an identification package that is tailored to your specific needs. Yesco has been serving Utah businesses for well over 100 years with quality signage and exceptional service. To see how Yesco can serve you, go to yesco.com.
Craving something sweet but healthy? Come to Berries and Cream, the original spot for fresh berries in our delicious sweet cream. Locally owned and operated right here in St. George. We offer a cold, refreshing treat that's perfect for the southern Utah climate. Fresh fruit has never tasted so good. Berries and Cream, the original taste of St. George.
Here we go. Tied at 54, final 26 seconds. Beyond 10-footer, good! Beyond Riley, Trailblazers by 2, 22 seconds left.
That was 17 days ago in Burns Arena. Beyond Riley with under 30 left, broke a tie. It turned out to be the game winner, and you got the win over Tarleton. Now you got a quick turnaround before you play anybody else in the conference. Juddy, you got to go to Tarleton on Thursday, then Arlington on Saturday.
Yeah, that's the way it is in the whole conference. I mean, like Utah Valley, I think they start off with Grand Canyon. They play them this week. So it's kind of weird playing them so close.
Yeah.
You know, the 17 days you said, and then we haven't even played SU or Cal Baptist or Abilene Christian. We haven't even played those guys, and we're playing these guys twice. So it's kind of weird. But everybody's doing it. It's just kind of how the schedule worked out. And there's some things that we've changed, and we know that they're going to have some things that they've changed within those 17 days, and we just got to be ready for them.
And you weren't injured in that game, right?
I didn't play that game.
That's the one you didn't play, but you played with them last year. You know all about
On the road.
they pressure you full court pretty much the whole game, right?
Yep.
So are you ready for that? I mean, you guys took advantage of that. It was a slugfest. Defensive slugfest, but you were able to take advantage of that and get some easy looks off of their pressure defense. So you kind of have to do that and not turn the ball over and get those early looks, right?
Yeah, so they obviously have a different style of play, and so no matter who it is, we just got to be able to counter whatever they throw at us. So just being able to handle that pressure and take care of the ball.
And Coach, how do you prepare when you're preparing the first couple of days getting ready for these guys? I mean, do you full court press in practice or what?
Oh, you should have came to practice this week, Rod. You would have seen that. Yeah, we did a lot of different stuff. Give my staff a lot of credit. We came up with a game plan to try to get them ready. One is, let them get away with a lot of fouls, number one. But we put on music, some crowd noise, just loud as you could get. So they had to communicate. They have they have to play through things, just try to get in their heads, because that's what it is. Tarleton is, it's a small little gym. It's kind of like a Seattle, and they pack it, and they got guys calling you every name in the book, and so we're trying to get our guys used to that, and then they're how aggressive and how physical they are playing. That's something we have to work on too as well. So I think they're ready for it. These last couple of days have been good, and then like I said, we'll get out of here tomorrow and do some more practicing tomorrow before we get ready to play. But I like what I see. I love the energy and the toughness right now. These last couple of days have been really, really good.
Yeah, well, let's go back to nearly 2 weeks ago in Burns Arena, the first meeting of the season with Tarleton and the sounds of the game.
Second down there, brother. Second down. Go, Tech. Let's go.
2 seconds, 1 second. Bird at the buzzer.
Got it.
Oh, baby. Hakeem Bird at the horn. Beyond Riley. On the spin, UU Turay. Inside Beyond Riley. There's Madiba Owana. Hakeem Bird. Underneath to Owana, freshman on the board. Inside Beyond Riley. Good, Justin Beaker. Beyond 10-footer. Good. Beyond Riley. Trailblazers by 2. Trailblazers win it. Utah Tech starts out the WAC schedule 2-0.
Seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? You're 2-0, but that week to start off conference play, you beat Arlington and shot the ball really well from outside. Then this one was a defensive slugfest. I think you only hit 3 3-pointers the entire game, so you proved that you can win in different ways, and that's got to give you confidence going into Texas this week.
If they take something away, we got to go. So that's what they were doing. They were taking our 3 ball away, and so it opened up more of the middle. The last play that Beyond hit it to go ahead, I mean, it puts us up 2. But where I was really happy too is the next play we got a big time stop.
Yeah.
And and then we got that stop. They foul us. We go make 2 foul shots. Then the game's over. So again, I love that. I love what the sounds are kind of fun to see that. It has been 17 days. It seems like it's been forever, but it really hasn't.
Yeah.
But there's some good things we did. We're going to keep working on that and keep getting better.
And Tennessee, you guys have yet to break through on the road. This is a great chance to do it. Just talk about that. And you guys talk about that because the road is tough, especially in this conference. Do you talk about that much, saying, okay, you know what, guys, this is the week?
Yeah, we do. You obviously got to address the elephant in the room. Like, we haven't played well on the road. And so just making sure we're having our heads on right and making sure that we know we got to do this. It's not just opportunity for us to go out there and say, oh, you can, we have to. So that's kind of our mindset going into it.
And Coach, you have a lot of long trips, and this is one of them. You fly into Dallas, Fort Worth, then you drive a couple hours to Stephenville, and then the next day you have to drive back to Fort Worth and Arlington. So it is kind of a hassle, long day and everything. You're still going to find time to practice tomorrow when we get into town, though.
Yep, tomorrow and Friday we'll do that. Yep, but just again, that's just kind of the WAC, the league. That's why I didn't like how SU's 50 miles up the street.
Yeah.
And everybody we play comes down. That's an easy trip. Yeah. But hey, it's part of it. But like you said, we bring it up about winning on the road. That's where our crowd needs to realize that home court advantage is so big if you have people come out to the games and support. So we want to play well, win or lose. We're going to play well this week, and I think our chances are good.
And Tennessee, besides getting 2 wins, the best thing about this trip, Hard 8 barbecue. Oh, some of the best barbecue you'll ever have.
It is. I remember it from last year. I'm pretty sure we went there last year. It was real good food.
What are you laughing at, Coach?
Just that people think about things differently. We think about winning games. You think about barbecue food. But I have one of my assistants probably doing the same thing.
When in Texas.
No, they do have good food. They do have great food, and it's a lot of fun. And things that they don't get on a regular basis, so it's kind of nice.
Thanks.
I didn't get this felt figure by thinking of much other than that, Jenny. Come on.
All right.
Love it. So we want to let you know that we've got some berries and cream for you. So when you get a chance, go to Berries and Cream at the shops at Zion. It's good stuff.
The banana one, baby. The banana one's the best one.
Or the peach. The peach cobbler, too.
Peach cobbler.
Very good.
You know. And they have the chocolate-covered strawberries we got last week. And they deliver for Valentine's Day, too. So Berries and Cream and all of our sponsors, thank you very much for helping us out. All right, Thursday night in Stephenville, Texas, The Trailblazers and the Texans of Tarleton State tip off at 6 o'clock. Pregame on Trailblazer Sports Vision and Fan Sports Radio at 5:45. Then we head to Arlington, take on UT Arlington. That is Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock pregame at 12:45. All right, guys, we'll see you on the bus tomorrow morning.
See you there. Thank you.
All right, time to get 2 on the Texas two-step. See ya.
Trailblazers.
I love it.